After this video, you're not going to spend hours on your resume for a single job. You'll be working with a dedicated career coach sitting right next to you. And yes, I'm talking about NotebookLM. This video is not about how to use AI. This video is about how to apply jobs using AI. So let's dive into it. We opened up our NotebookLM. It's a free tool, guys. You'll sign in with your Google account and you're ready to go. First things first, we are starting with uploading our data. First file I'm uploading is my CV. You can upload it as a PDF or you can upload it as a markdown file, like I did here. Second file is going to be jobs.csv. That is going to include the job description, the location, the salaries, and things like that. If you want to get job descriptions, you can use Apify. It's free until $5. For this case, you can use it for once, but after that, you're going to have to pay. The second way, and how I'm using is for free, is through Python. This is our Python script to scrape jobs. We only need one library, that is Python-JobSpy. After importing this, we can immediately use scrape jobs function. I'll be importing jobs from LinkedIn, and then the search term is going to be data engineer. I'm looking for remote roles. The results wanted is 1,000, but it's going to take like 3 to 4 minutes. And I'm only interested in the jobs that are listed in the last 72 hours, which is in the last 3 days. And of course, I want to fetch the descriptions of the jobs. And here is the result. In here, there are jobs listed in India, which I'm not interested. I'm only interested in jobs either in the US or in the UK. So I'm writing a simple filter from Pandas as it's written here. Then I'm saving this as a CSV format. The CSV format is going to look like this. Let's import that file to our NotebookLM. The very first thing I wanted to do is compare my CV with job descriptions and give me a score. Here are the scores. Looks like I have a pretty good chance with Zoom. 9 to 100, the perfect match. It's just giving us the details. And what I wanted to do is, based on my top 5 scores, please write an optimized CV based on my experience. Here is the optimized CV for each job description. The first score was Zoom, and I have a CV for Zoom. CV for this company and the other companies. What I wanted is discuss what these sources say about core responsibilities in the larger context of data engineering ecosystem. And it is explaining me those. It's giving me the references. For example, when I click on this one, it is showing me the job description on which line that this statement is referencing from. And the second one, when I click on this source, it is referencing my CV, what points are overlapping. And what I wanted to do is please prepare a punchy CV for Apple and consider ATS scores. What I wanted to do is give me the LaTeX format, because in this way you won't be able to pay anything for CV makers online. For example, majority of them, they're requiring money. The way I'm going to show you is going to be completely free. The only thing is we are typing this prompt and it is giving us the LaTeX code. And this LaTeX code, don't worry, I personally don't know LaTeX code, but I know how to use it. So what we are doing, we are opening up this website. It's Overleaf, and we are creating a new project, a blank project, and let's say it's going to be CV for Apple. Let's create that. Okay, it gave us this one. What I'm doing, I'm just copying this LaTeX code in here, pressing recompile, and it's giving me the CV that I want. I created a mock CV, of course, called Taylor Morgan. You can easily download this, download PDF here. It didn't ask me any subscriptions, any money, very straightforward. We optimized our way of generating the CVs for specific job descriptions. And the next step, let's say you are asked to join an interview, how you're going to get prepared. You can click on audio overview here, video overview. I'll be showing all these examples in here. But first, I'm starting with reports. In this report, I want to see what levels or what technologies I'm lacking depending on the job description. Clicking on this one here and creating my own. And in the prompt section here, what I put is, based on my CV, please compare with jobs and propose some fields that needs improvement. Also suggest some side projects I can include. Bear in mind that I should be able to do it in short time as I'm applying jobs at the same time. So what it's doing is it's giving me a table. You can see here is what companies are requiring these technologies, and is it like partially or missing in my CV. So these are the points it needs improvements. In the next steps, I'll show you how to improve these things. By clicking data table, it can give you the overall picture. What is the salary range? What is the experience level, the tech stack, and so on. By using infographic, you can compare your skill set with the job description, and you can send this data to the recruiter directly. As you're aware, guys, the first person who's going to see your CV is going to be a recruiter, an HR. In that case, you need to show what you're capable of and what the job description is demanding. For example, when I click on infographic, it's giving me such a result. You can add this while you're applying a job. It's just giving you easy to read format for recruiters. What you're offering and what is required in the job description. This might increase your chances to be seen. Let's say after these steps, you move to the technical round, which is pretty common if you're applying for a data engineer. And I want to walk you through in a data engineering perspective because I'm a data engineer myself. For some applications, they require you for some supportive documents. And you can click on slide deck here. You can create a slide of what your capabilities are. For example, this is you. These are the things you've done, the supply and demand, the priority cluster. In some applications, in some technical rounds, they're going to ask you some system design questions. And if you click on mind map here, it's giving you the blueprint of what technologies, what responsibilities you are required in a job. Data engineering ecosystem core responsibilities are going to be here. Pipeline development, data architecture, operations, and quality. If you're clicking on those, these are the things you're responsible for. The tech stack, languages, Python, SQL, Java, platform tools, cloud providers, AWS, Azure, and GCP, key domains, professional requirements, and so on. You can download this. To get prepared, you can use flashcards. For example, it's going to ask you the question between ETL and ELT processes, medallion architecture. If you're clicking, you're seeing the answer. And on top of that, you can create quiz, data engineering quiz. In the prompt, I typed, based on job descriptions, please prepare a quiz so that I can be ready for the interviews. And it's going to give us the quiz, for example, Kimball style dimensional model, fact table. Should be this one. And the next one is, let's say something wrong. It's explaining you why it's wrong. You can see the things like this. And this part is quite important because you can generate a video overview or an audio overview. For the video overview.
All right, today we are going to decode one of the most critical and honestly most in-demand roles in all of tech. A company can't function without the infrastructure to move and that grab all that raw data, clean it up, transform it, and then hand it over as a pristine, usable product for data scientists and analysts. Without them, the data scientists, well, they have nothing to analyze. SQL are just non-negotiable. You have to know that. Then everything's in the cloud, so you've got to have experience with one of the big three, AWS.
It's just giving you the overview of what key responsibilities are, what you're bringing to table. And what I quite like is the audio overview. For example, you might not be a native English speaker, and in that case, you can also improve your speaking and your understanding of the questions coming from recruiters. So what I'm doing when I click on audio overview, so it's giving you an audio that is like a podcast environment, and they're discussing your CV with the job descriptions. You can just download this here. You can just listen while you're driving or you're like using public transport. On top of this, if you're clicking edit here and the deep dive debate, what I wanted to do is ask me some detailed and hard questions based on my CV. What are the requirements and preferred skills? So it generated that one as well. Let's click on interactive. They're going to ask you questions and you can answer them using your own voice. They're going to ask you questions regarding your CV. You'll try to answer them. In this way, you'll be improving the potential questions they're going to ask and how you're going to respond to those questions. Let's click on this.
So normally, we're here to break down a stack of articles, or maybe we're looking at a dense research paper.
Right.
But today we're doing something completely different. We're actually role playing.
We are indeed. And I hope you brought...
For example, I'm going to directly interrupt.
Or, well, more... Oh, our listeners got something to share. Let's hear it.
Yeah, as a listener, I have something to share. I want you guys to ask me some questions based on my CV, and please consider the job descriptions.
Oh, that is absolutely perfect.
We love it when you jump in.
That immediately changes the whole dynamic.
What a fantastic idea.
We were planning on reviewing a fictional senior data engineer named Taylor Morgan anyway.
But using your profile instead, that gives us the real world perspective.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're happy to switch gears.
We can absolutely use the real job descriptions we brought to workshop your CV.
That's why we're here, right? To provide value for you.
So if you're comfortable,
I'm ready to hear the first question.
we're looking at roles from Spotify, KPMG, and others right now.
The heavy hitters, specifically data engineer positions.
Yep, we're going to use the core requirements to challenge your experience.
We're going to give you the toughest questions a hiring manager is going to ask. So we're going to start with a classic data engineer metric.
Let's assume you've listed something powerful on your CV.
Something like architected and deployed end-to-end ETL pipelines, reducing processing costs by 25%.
Here's the question, based on that cost saving.
Give it to them.
You claim a 25% cost reduction on your data pipelines. Walk me through the trade-offs.
Ooh, trade-offs.
Was this through code optimization, like handling data skew?
Did you move to spot instances?
Or did you just change the data retention policy?
You want the real engineering details.
So we moved to the spot instances. We dropped some of the columns that we don't require to the silver layer in the medallion architecture. In this way, it was cheaper and it was faster.
That is a phenomenal, precise answer.
That is perfect.
You understand the point, guys. On top of this, we can create some notes. For example, I need Airflow experience. In here, you can just convert this to a source and it's going to create you a new note. And I'm clicking here, skill development. And congrats, guys. You are 10 steps ahead of the other candidates who are applying the same job. And this way, I hope this is useful. I hope this is going to improve the way you're applying. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll see you in the next video.